Okay, not gonna lie. It's been a little while since I last recorded this. About a month.
I think I can use this.
Yeah, I've been slacking. Yeah, I've really been meaning to get back to this, but my idiot self decided, why don't I go off and play on my PC for the rest of the month? Yeah. Yeah, so, sorry about that.
Is it food or?
Anti upgrade. Still, I went ahead and off camera made some pretty good progress. It's better. But still, so I went ahead and crossed the Muskeg and gotten out of a broken railroad. God. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I played just like The Long Dark in general. I don't know why I haven't been playing it. I really don't. But, whatever, let's just continue on and let's go. Let's get to playing this game. Since no one's commenting, I'm gonna turn off that thing. There we go. Over there it doesn't interfere with anything on my screen. Except for names, but since I've already been all over the place where we're going, I don't really need to know the names. It's very rare that I find a new place.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
But still, I found some pretty good equipment around, like this, the Expedition Parka, which, by the way, is one of the best items you can have in the game. I just now found these ski boots, as everyone just now saw. Another thing, I'd actually reset the game once already, or at least reloaded a save, because think about it, I was dying in a blizzard when I tried to make it to the next shelter because I was running out of food, and I knew that I wouldn't make it that much longer. So yeah, so it was kind of a forced move. You know what? I should have refueled it with the more empty can, so I can save the rest. Rest for other stuff. Nah, whatever. What you gonna do? The thing about the Hydro Dam is that it's a really good place if you have a pry bar to find some extra clothing and also to find food and water. Because as you can see, I'm running a little low on supplies when it comes to food and water, so let me just get all this water. Screen risk. Let me drink a couple of sodas. I can't see the full weight. Let me turn off the camera really quick. You know what? I'm going to keep off the camera until someone is commenting. Just gonna keep it off because then it doesn't get in the way of anything. Let me get rid of these books. Don't really need them. I mean, well, in the long run, they're mostly just more stuff to burn.
still eat this.
Ooh. Oh, it's 25%, but you know what? Whatever. Let's try it. Please don't give me food poisoning. No food poisoning! That means that's like an MRE and it's good. It's good when it's in the yellow. Who knows? Either it's like an MRE where it's only bad once it gets to the red, or it's like sodas where it never goes bad. Has anyone actually ever even heard of maple syrup going bad? Because I know that it can age and that probably with age it gets worse.
This will come in handy.
But is there such a thing as maple syrup like going bad to where it would be bad for you? I don't know. I actually don't. Yes, 100% yes. The gauntlets are always the best. Like the gauntlets, when it comes to warmth, they're some of the best gloves you can have that you can't craft. Because crafted stuff is always the best equipment in the game. Regardless of like, as long as you play this game, everyone knows that not only do the crafted items look the best when it comes to clothing, but they also are the best. Like, just straight out are some of the best items. Spray paint. Oh dang, I was hoping that was another pry bar. I was gonna replace mine. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, another thing. Should I go to Pleasant Valley, which is not so pleasant, through the river, or should I go to Coastal Highway through the ravine?
Could end up being useful.
That is always the question, and I normally pick Coastal Highway because first off, I know Coastal Highway the best, and it's the easiest for me to navigate because it's kind of a straight line. But it's a longer walk. And then there's Pleasant Valley, which has buildings, but they're extremely spaced out, but they have a lot of supplies still. And also both connect. You know, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, okay, I saw it. It's around 10. Nine.
I think I can use this.
Yes. Just yes. I don't care that it weighs more, it's still better. Let me actually break down these ski boots. Might take a little while, but it's gonna be worth it. I can feel it. Work. Yes. I just hope that the Aurora doesn't come in when I'm in here. Now that I've said it, it probably is, but I'm just gonna go ahead and sleep. After I drink something. Another thing is that if I can, I am going to always try to get the perk warming up whenever I go outside. You grab some water and then you know, I'm gonna eat some of this dog food. I mean, it's 500 calories. So it's better than starving, you know? So we're gonna go into the lower dam just for extra supplies. That's the only reason I'm coming down here. Like this stuff. Another thing is that on my way back, I'm going to, and so, like, right before morning or so, like that, or something, I'm probably going to end up, right before morning, I'm going to cook myself some coffee, or make myself a warm, something, or warm myself up some food, because think about it, anything that has anything that is considered hot by the game, as in it's a food item that has the temporary words hot on it. It's a temporary stat, but whenever you warm up food, if you eat it while it's still warm, you get the perk warming up, which basically makes it to where you don't freeze as fast. And in this mode, it is actually very, very useful. I mean, it's what I used for the first half of my trek to the it's what I used for both halves of my trek on over to this area. So yeah,
hope nobody needs this anymore.
It can totally save your life if you know what you're doing. A better pry bar. Just what I was looking for. I need to replace it anyway. It's going out. That's right, there's a torch here which I'm going to take. Never know when you're going to need it. Torches aren't the best for scaring off wolves, since I think they actually have a lower chance, but think about it, it's always just like you can put it out at the very least, which means it's reusable. And also I'm pretty sure they're repairable too. So it's kind of a permanent light source if you can keep it going.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Peanut butter? Heck yes. You always want to take the peanut butter if it's over 50%. You know what? I'll drop the shooting guide. Oh, that torch is actually very, very... That's right, you can't repair it. You can only harvest it. Crap. Well, later on, if I can make one, I will. Let's take inside the microwave. Nothing, as always. Still, this seems to be some kind of recreational area. Or at least like a area where the staff would sit around and do kind of nothing.
Is it food or...
Once I'm on the other side of the dam, I'm gonna sleep. And then once I get outside, you know.
Excellent.
I don't need 3 whetstones. Don't need those extra matches. What? Why have I not been doing this? grams worth. I don't need to carry too many. It's just that weight. It's always been a problem for me in the Long Dark. The story mode, I've never, like, crap, I didn't mean to turn that off. Next. There we go. I've actually never had a problem when it comes to weight in the Wintermute mode for the game, because there's a lot less items to carry. But then, well, you have the story mode where, like, everything you need isn't always, you know, readily available. And also, it's always a choice of, should I take this or this? Because you don't have a place where you can always store it and just come back to it, you know? Because it's a lot harder to traverse out here, because, you know,
I could use this.
It's a bunch of BS, okay? Let's go on back out into the upper dam. I always thought that these things kind of look like a face. Like that fuse box. With like the switches being the teeth and the two dials being the eyes. Anyone else see that?
Just what I need.
And mine is at 71. Okay, I'll take that. Let's take the flare. Do I have a can opener yet? I don't. I need that then. Save calories. Let's see what's in the locker. Nah. Windbreakers are only good for stopping wind chill, and when you have, if you have good enough equipment, you don't really need to care about wind chill. Because there's actually a little thing about the Long Dark is that any saved air temperature bonus, like the fact is warmth bonus 20 degrees Celsius, windproof bonus 8 degrees Celsius. Basically, if the warmth is over negative 20 degrees Celsius, any leftover warmth bonus will go to the windproof bonus. So basically, it can be a really, really good tool for managing wind chill. Because think about it, if you have super warm stuff that has no wind chill protection and it's like super warm outside but super chilly because of wind chill, then literally just through the warmth of the clothes you could still technically be over 0 degrees Celsius. Let me eat some maple syrup. Let me drink some water. Sadly, sounds like there's a blizzard outside. Well, still, as always, I'm probably going to go through the ravine. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on down here. I'm going to start a fire for a short time. am going to make myself some coffee.
That did it.
Wait, did that say cold or warm? For a second there it looked like it said cold. I was like, that's not right. Well, still, we got the perk warming up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on out. You can see I'm taking less fatigue. Let's see here, so warming up. We got 36 minutes for both. So we have about 2.5 minutes. I just did some quick math. Basically a full day in the long dark is 2 hours exact. 24 divided by 2. By 2 is 12, so 1 hour is 12. Is 12 hours in game. In game, and then 1 hour divided by 12 equals 5, and then since it's about 30 minutes, that would mean that I have about 2.5 minutes of total warmth and you know, fatigue reduction. So as you can see, if I didn't have this warming up benefit, I'd be getting colder a lot faster right now. Here we go, off into the ravine. The game's a little laggy. I think that might be something to do with one of the most recent patches. If anyone from Hinterland is watching this, could you check and see if there's anything that causes minor lag spikes in the game? I mean, like, it isn't anything big, but still, just look into it, please. I don't even know if there's any adults who do watch my channel, or at least adults who have anything to do with gaming. There's some cattails, but I don't need cattails right now. That's right, I went around the wrong side of the rock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at the little cave up here, right before the trestle bridge. And what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm not going down below towards the cannery, because that would just be a stupid decision. Because first off, it's hard to get out of there, and second off, it would bring me... First off, it's hard to get there. Second off,
to find some place to escape this cold.
Second off, there's nothing useful there because most of that food is, you know, canned sardines, and that stuff goes bad real quick. And then finally, it would bring me on to Muskeg, where I've already been and pretty much looted the crap out of. I mean, like, sure, I haven't been to the Spence homestead yet, but that doesn't have much food and water. And like, sure, it's got a crap ton of dog food, but that about it. Still, small hypothermia risk, I'll be fine. Okay. We're almost at the cave. It should be just up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to warm myself up and cook myself some warm food. I'm going to warm myself up some food. Nothing witty to say this time? Huh. That's strange.
Hope I can still eat this.
Rusty. Ooh, no. I've never seen a rusty item. I really haven't. Let me make myself a little bit of water. Make myself some coffee. Okay, so I have about 5 minutes of total warmth. Let's go. Or more precisely, total extra warmth. Still, it should be a short walk, and plus, inside be a tunnel up ahead. Inside the tunnel, just beyond the bridge up ahead, it should be less cold. And if I see stuff like coal or branches, I will take them. Is anyone even watching it? Apparently just no one cares. Apparently. Whatever. I'm sorry that I had to turn off the face cam again, but still. Or more precisely, once again, I am sorry that I had to turn off the face cam. That's how I was supposed to say it. Fucking idiot. But still, whatever. The reason I did it is, it's majorly because, well, the reason is just so I can see all the stats, because each corner is taken up by something. Like, whenever I'm in the menu, it's taken up by the weight in the top left, top right, what time it is. Bottom right is my sprint and also my boost, along with if I'm crouched or not. And then bottom left is actually one of the most important. It's my actual in-game stats. So I need to see all of this to be properly done in the game. And plus, for some reason PlayStation thought, oh, we gotta show this big ugly menu. It can't be like, oh yeah, there's an on. Yeah, you know, whatever. I'm tired of. I don't want to really range anyway. Crossing a old rickety trestle in a blizzard probably is not the best decision, but I'm almost out of this area. I'll jump in the trailer and then I'm going to collect stuff, and then I'm just going to wait to warm up. I'll wait for my clothes to freeze. But still, as always, we're going to the Quonset garage, and then after the town site's resources are almost exhausted, we're moving on to Desolation Point, and we're going to stay around in the lighthouse for a little while. And then next up, after that, we'll go back into Coastal with enough supplies to scale the mountain behind the garage, or more precisely, scale up that cliff. So then we can go through the old mine shaft to Pleasant, and then we're just gonna stay there for the rest of the game. Which, what day is it? It's day 6 of 25. We're a fifth of the way there, guys. God, I'm maybe just doing this for this trophy, because I just want at least one of these badges. I want something to show for my time here, besides just gameplay footage. Because while I do love myself some good content isn't always the best thing to have. So just up here should be the trailer. Oh yeah, another thing. I probably won't be able to get back out of Pleasant once I go in, because I always forget where that mine shaft is. Because or more precisely, I can never remember where exactly the mine shaft is on the Pleasant side. Like, it's super easy to find it over here in Coastal, but then you just go to Pleasant Valley. It's like in this little obscure corner that I can never find it again. once I leave it, I can never find it. In fact, I lost it before after going like 5 minutes away from it. And then I came back and I couldn't find it. That's how big of an idiot I am when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like that was like a fail and a half right there. Like, and plus in that game I had a half-finished Wolfskin Goto. That was like the first time I went through there. I was like, oh, this looks fun. Let's go. And then I was like, wait, what? Where'd the mine shaft go? Like, it's literally on this little obscure cliff in the middle of nowhere. Like, literally a little whiles away from a town, and that's about it. Like, literally, it took me forever to even find it. Even when I have a map telling me where it is. Because, like, it's even hard to get to. Just because of, like, the way it's put in. Sounds like the storm quieted down. But still, so there's a series of cliffs that I can take that go over Coastal. It's more on the inside of the giant curve that Coastal is. At least the beginning curve, so at the beginning that path is just going to be faster. It's this thing. Oh no, wait, that's right. This one actually goes down. It does eventually lead there, but it takes a little while. Oh yeah, that little jump made me remember. Anyone know about the Spider-Man glitch? Where you can cling to literally like the tiniest little ledge on a cliff. That's right, this place. I think there's just like a couple of cabins. No wait, it's one, that's right. There is somewhere in the region that has a couple of cabins, but it isn't here.
Goodness.
Wait a minute, you know what? I'm actually going to take that. Bang. Anyone know what this is? Anyone know what the reticle was just now pointing at? I bet anyone who's like a millennial, like I've never seen one in reality, but I know what they are, just because I'm not some idiot and I love old tech. But still, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a cassette. It's basically an old version of a CD. If you even know what a CD is, considering the fact that no one even uses them anymore. Basically, a CD was like a video game in disc, except it stored music on it. That's like for anyone who had never seen stuff. Like, I bet there's someone who does not even know what a CD is. who was born in the 21st century or the 20th century and does not know what a CD is, or someone that is super tech savvy that was born in the 21st century but does not know what a CD is, or like, honestly, I was born in 2005, and you want to know what my first ever recording device was? A VCR. I legit had a VCR. It was like built into the TV that I got when I was like still a baby. It was like this big blocky TV that got hung up on the wall. The thing was super old, but it came with like a built-in VCR. It did not play DVDs, straight out. It did not. But still, some of my old-time favorite movies ever were on the VCR. Like a lot of them were like really obscure though, and stuff that like people had never heard of. Like one that I remember really liking was like this like medieval style thing that was made by like Disney, like way back when. It had never really gotten like a full thing. I think it was made during like that 1940s-ish era, when everything Disney made was some kind of like obscure short that since half of Disney's team was off making propaganda for the US against Hitler and stuff. Which seriously, like, I remember seeing a picture at one point of Donald Duck throwing a tomato at Hitler's face. Like, seriously. But still, it was like something like super obscure. Super scary. It was called The Black Cauldron. It was just like some old movie that ended up on in this VCR collection I had. But I loved the movie when I was little. I don't even know where that VCR tape went. It just kind of disappeared one day. I mean, like, after I stopped using the VCR, obviously. Because that thing was always with me whenever I was going somewhere with a VCR. But still, then again, well, I still know some people that have VCR. I mean, like, I've actually seen VCR tapes, and think about it, I've actually messed with VCR tapes before. I'm pretty sure that I've broken a VCR tape before. Like, gotten the recording tape ripped out of it. Which, think about VCR. It's like an old recorder. Like, anyone who remembers, like, the Bendy and the Ink Machine playthrough, kind of like how, like, you could see a little glass on those recorders with, like, wheels inside with tape. It was kind of like that. It was actually a lot like that, but instead of storing sounds, it stored videos, video and music, and sounds. Basically, it was old video storage devices. But still, that tech. And then before that, there were projectors, which I've actually never seen a functioning tape playing projector, like something that would like play like some of those old tapes. Like, those things are mostly broken because like they're so exposed to the elements when it comes to like the way the tapes are played. I do know that my grandparents, the one on my dad's side, they do have a functioning record player, well, semi-functioning. Like, it's built into kind of like a table of sorts. Like, I'd never seen it be played, but I have messed with it before, and even when it wasn't working, because the thing is kind of a hunk of junk, if you ask me. But then again, I'll never turn down a chance to fiddle with something that's tech related. Like, that's just who I am. I'm just one of those people who loves messing with crap. Another thing that I really love is like old video games and old video game consoles. One thing that I absolutely wish I could have gotten my hands on was a Game Boy. I do remember my youngest cousin Hannah, who was still like 4 years older than me, she had a Game Boy SD, which ended up becoming the DS. But still, I do remember that she had it. I had picked it up and asked what it was. She just said that one of that someone gave it to her. I can't remember exactly who, but I assume it was one of her siblings. Who both are like adults. Like they're both like out of college.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Hannah's actually in college right now. Good Lord.
I could use this.
You know, I actually not the lamp. I didn't need the lamp. I think we just needed the shoes so I could do this. And then so I can fix these gauntlets. I'll do that in a sec. Since there's a ton of food and water here. Since there's a ton of drinks here. Oh god. I sneezed.
Excellent.
I sneezed. Sneeze. Oh, yes. Wait a second, was that a casing or? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a rifle shell casing. It's not an actual rifle shell. Dang it. Let's sleep. And get to drinking. Oh yeah, the new, there was something, I can't remember if I said this last time. Did I light a flare in the last episode? I can't remember. I legit cannot remember. But think about it, they changed the flare animation. One thing that I really would like to see is a change in the flare animation depending on what's going on. Like, if a creature has detected the player, like, the flare animation will be the more, the animation we just now saw, where the character is much more, like, quick with the striking of the flare. But then when it's, like, but then when there's no danger at all, or at least the player thinks there's no danger, like, an animal hasn't detected them yet, or the player... Like basically an animal hasn't detected them yet. Like the character's animation for striking the flare will be the old one, where it's much slower. That would actually be really, really cool. Hinterland, if you're watching this, just take it from a fan. That would be like some of the best stuff ever. Just if you guys can, please do that. Just please. Banged up. Dang it, that's a crushed can. I won't take the flares though. Ah! Let's the casting. Sprain risk. I just don't notice I have lots of tools. I'll get rid of some of that and I'll take one of those flares back. You know what? I'm actually gonna come back here later. You know, I'm actually getting rid of this flashlight. It's a single kilogram, and I haven't need to use it once yet. Like, next thing you know, tomorrow night is just gonna be Aurora. Like, the Auroras, I mostly stay in sight anyway, because traveling at night is actually kind of dangerous. Speaking of which, I'm actually doing that, but that's just so I can get to the houses further up, so I can go ahead and get into Desolation. I'll spend a few days there, just goofing, just going through my supplies, and then I'll come back here. That's my alarm bird. That's my wake-up alarm. I woke up super early this morning because my parents wanted to lock up the house, and oh god, my glasses poked me. The ends of my glasses are kind of messed up, so they have pointy ends on them. Like, really pointy ends, kind of like needle grade. Like, so pointy it could be classified as a needle. Needle, like, that's how pointy these things are. Like, it's literally this little pointy end that was supposed to keep the glasses together in case they started to fall apart. Still fell apart. Still the back ends fell off, but... So what happened was... Of course. You know what? I had to open my big mouth, didn't I? I just had to open my big mouth. Oh, shiz. No. I nailed that. I nailed that. Give me my flare. Uh-oh. I'm leaving the flare. Should probably move quickly. They're turning into Aurora wolves because the sky is cleared up. Which for once it's not snowing. Yay. If I kill a deer, I'm going to take the hide. I'll start making some stuff. But still, I'm going to spend the next night here and gather up as much food and water as I can. And then I'm going to stay in the Lonely Lighthouse. Then I'll go to the Riken for maybe a day and take all the supplies there. And then I'm going to hole up in Hibernia. And we're going to take the... And then I'm going to go back through the Crumbling Highway here. Stay maybe a day or two in Quonset. Quonset probably won't though. And then maybe a day at the most. And then I'm just going to spend the rest of my time in Pleasant, probably just killing animals. Killing animals with like bullets, and then after that it's probably just a death sentence. So the power's on. Yes, I know you're freezing. We're getting inside now. Still, the light should be on, so I should probably only need matches to see. If they're not, well, then I'll just pull out my lantern. Yeah, from the Aurora, and the light isn't on the way I thought it would be. They're mostly blinking right now, so let me actually turn it on. I think that's a picture of the Mona Lisa. Either that, or it's supposed to be something mimicking it. Why do we even bother searching? I have like super good equipment. You know what? There is one reason that I would bother searching, and that's to find you know.
This stuff is okay, Amy.
That's to find snow pants. Because think about it, my pants are a little, I'm not gonna lie, they're a little crappy right now. So think about it, once I find snow pants,
Hope I can still eat this.
I don't even know why I bother searching that. Like, it's always gonna end sadly with some kind of rancid meat. It's either going to end up empty, or it's going to end up with rancid meat, which is fucking disgusting. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the night in here sleeping and that kind of stuff. So yeah. Come on, snow pants, snow pants.
I think I can use this.
Shirts and a scarf. God dang it. Herbal tea. Nope. Come on, snow pants. T-shirt. Water. Come on, snow pants.
Could end up being useful.
Work pants work. Ragged work pants work. Because these things when upgraded are better. New jeans though. Nah. Nah. You know what? Actually, it's too heavy, so I'm actually gonna take the jeans and I'll just play with what I have right now.
This will come in.
You know what? Let me actually compare them. Which one's more waterproof? The work pants. Okay, so the work pants actually are warmer. So let me actually repair these things. Nearly. While there's still light. I'll continue repairing these things while there's still some light out. And then let me really quickly repair all this kind of crappy stuff. This should get it up to 84% if it works. One more time. There we go. And then sleep for the rest of the night. Wake up 3, 2, 1. Water's nearly... I'm gonna go ahead and eat these things. Because that's... either that's a fifth or a sixth of the way to that achievement. Which is the Canadian Feast. Which Canada Day is in July. It's actually only a couple of days before the 4th of July for some reason. I don't know why. Like for some reason the two largest North American countries have their national days right next to each other. Have no idea why. It's either July 1st or July 2nd. I can't remember. Majorly because I don't really look into that stuff too much. Most of my knowledge of Canada comes from the long dark, and that's mostly just its environment and how BS some of the stuff around here is. And that North Canada is not only cold as hell, but also it's basically literally snowy hell. Oh my god. Nope. 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 I am noping out. There's a car up here. Get to the car. Maybe it's like a wolf. Or maybe it didn't see me. It sounded like it saw me. If I see it coming after me, I'm running for it. Because I know that there's a car up here. I found a rifle in that car before. Oh, please, for the love of Jesus. Don't have it come after me. I'm just terrified of seeing that thing come out of the fog. Where's that dang car? I think it's just up here. Yes, there. Once I jump in here, it should lose me. We'll check it first. There's a rifle kit up here. I'll take that cleaning kit.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
I'll leave the granola bar, but I'll take the sodas. Let me actually drop one of those. Okay, since it's not on my tail anymore, I think I can just run for it. And plus, it shouldn't be able to jump regions with me. Hopefully that is. Here we are, the crumbling highway. I'll take some time to loot the basement in the crumbling highway, and then we might spend like a day at the most in the mine. What day is it? It's day 7. We are about a fourth of the way there. Or at least around a fourth. Once we hit 12 days, like midway through the 12th day, we'll be at the halfway point. Because I'm pretty sure it survived 25 days in this mode. Which, you know what? One thing that always scares them. You fire off any form of gun, it will normally scare them off. The revolver's the best since it's easier, since you don't have to aim to fire it, since you can fire from the hip with it. Here we are. Wait for the shoot button. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, it bugged off. That's a lot of afflictions. I think it's that. Okay, there's the basement. I'm bleeding out, but once I'm in here, I should be safe. I was not expecting that. It just came out of nowhere. Straight out, and I did not hear anything. Just popped out of nowhere. Should not have been running. Okay, let's get to work on these wounds. What all I got? Okay, infection, blood loss, a lot of pain, and a lot of stuff. The blood loss, that should be easily treated. And then the sprained ankle. And then the sprained wrist. And then 1 set of pain. 2 sets of pain. Now, please have antiseptic.
That'll come handy.
No. Dang it. I'm gonna get an infection. And then I'll have to take antibiotics. Unless... there's a small chance that I might find some in the mine. Small, like very minuscule. Or maybe there might be some in this box. Please have antiseptic.
I can still eat this.
I'll take that. And that. Okay, let's see here. What's my clothes looking like? Those 2 things seem to be good. Is one better than the other? Yeah, just barely. Well, my clothes are looking okay. Yeah, could be better, but still. How far along? 51%. Oh my god. It's not gonna stop. Okay, so I'll be lucky if I can find some old man's beard lichen. Or at least enough to fix the wound. Because all I need is 3 pieces of old man's beard lichen. And that stuff is like kind of everywhere. So, and normally they grow in groups of 2, 1, 2, or 3. So, I'll be lucky if I can find 3 at once. But still, normally it's low to the ground. I think there's always some hanging off that. The tree, no. I'll be lucky if I can find it before the infection takes hold. There's gotta be some somewhere. Wait. No, that wasn't any. Crud. For lichen. Where the heck is this beard lichen? You know, I need to Google that. Can old man's beard lichen be used as an antiseptic? Or a disinfectant or whatever. Like something used to clean wounds. Which, the antiseptic is actually just alcohol. Still, look, we have antibiotics, so the thing about it, that, even if it does take hold, the antibiotics should be able to cure the infection. Okay, so I just gotta find some lichen. Man, like, where am I gonna find some of that stuff? There. Oh my gosh, the perfect amount too. Heck yeah. In fact, there's actually some more there. Or you know what? Actually, it might not be. Yeah, nearly. Oh no, wait, it is on this tree. Come on, come here. Got it. Make 2 lots of antiseptic with this. Nice, nice, nice. Let me really crouch down and let's make myself some might take 30 minutes and the infection will have nearly taken hold. Let's get rid of this infection. Nice! We're good. Heck yeah. No infection today, baby! Okay, we're good. Hey, at least... Hey, who cares if your fingers feel numb? We're almost at the mine shaft, which is warm. Which is going to be warm in there, so... Well, Great Bear Island is actually a place of quite seismic activity, because they have a lot of because they've actually had quite a few earthquakes here. Like, that's why this place is falling apart. That's why places like the Broken Railroad and the Crumbling Highway are what they are, crumbling. Are crumbling and broken. It's because of, well, earthquakes. This place is actually apparently very seismically active. Not enough for a volcano, obviously, because that would make this game very, very different. But still, it's active enough to where, well... And plus, it's probably warm and wet in these mines because geothermal activity. I don't 100% know. I'm not gonna lie. It's mostly assumptions on my part. Ski boots. Okay, for once I'm actually turning down that jar of peanut butter because that stuff is bad. I'll take this coal because then I can. Light it on fire. Wait. Wool ear wrap. Yes. Yes, every single slot is filled. That is what I like to see. God dang it. It's frig, man. Like, you notice how 0 kilograms are in the pack? That's because I don't have anything in the pack. That's because why would you put it in your bag when you can wear it? Let me eat these ketchup chips. Let's light the lantern and let's go on down into the darkness. This one is actually one of the more broken ones. I wonder if I can even get into Pleasant through the mine now, from Coastal to Pleasant, because anyone who watched my gameplay on the Wintermute Chapter 3, that place is radically different now, because anyone who remembers, it had an elevator in the Wintermute. I'll tell you one thing, it had no elevator before. This is actually more of a personal matter, but you want to know what's one of the things that makes me sad about the Long Dark? it isn't even about the Long Dark in general. It's about one of the YouTubers that played it. Gray still plays. He was the one that introduced this wonderful game to me. And what makes me very, very sad is the fact that he stopped playing it. He used to he was like a pro at this game. He was so good that he was able to do Faithful Cartographer and Interloper. That is some legendary status right there. And the guy was awesome at the game. But then he stopped playing it. And, like, it just makes me sad. I have, although, left a comment asking him to go back to play it in another one of my favorite series I've seen him play, My Summer Car. I put in a comment for that, and, like, it makes me sad, the fact that he has, like, I think it was a couple of months ago. I can't even remember when I put it in. But still, like I said, it makes me very, very sad that he stopped playing one of the games that he stopped playing the game that literally I loved so much, and that he literally introduced to me. Like one of my favorite games of all time. It makes me sad. Very sad. Instead, instead of rather going through the anarchy of the world, he'd rather cause anarchy on the world. And also make a lot of, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he's still funny as hell, but, like, it just makes me sad, the fact that he stopped playing the game. Which, anyone who's watched his channel before knows that, anyone who's been on his channel long enough knows that this game was one of his better games on his channel. And this was, like, before the Wintermute revamp. He stopped playing it, like, right when Wintermute Chapter 2 came out. Like, only a little while after that. He had literally completed, like, most of the chapter, and then he stopped. Because I guess it wasn't doing as well anymore, because that was around the time that, Fortnite popped up. God, I hate that game with a fire passion. That's one of the games that, like, you literally throw a Molotov cocktail at. Or you throw, like, a Molotov cocktail at the headquarters of the game. The game sucks. Like, I don't even know why people are addicted to that game. At least this game has class. Like, you can admit that if you think this game isn't beautiful, then you don't know what beautiful is. Because, like, the way it all looks like it's been hand-drawn so well, it's so good. And then you have Fortnite. It looks cartoony. It's literally cartoony PUBG. I mean, that about it. Like, literally, that's all it has going for it. It's cartoony PUBG. It's PUBG for people under 13. And also, it's made on a foundation of lies and broken promises. You see, I used to actually be excited for Fortnite's co-op mode to come out. Like, the mode where you, like, their PvE mode. Because don't get me wrong, I love myself a good PvE. Like, player or players versus environment, I love those to death. Like, anyone who's watched my Call of Duty series knows that I love zombies to pieces. Speaking of zombies, I gotta get back to Origins. It's been way too long since I've tried that Easter egg. I want to get it done. Oh yeah, me and Hazmat a while back in one of our Discord servers got into a fight over I called Der Eisendrache a copy of Origins, because, well, it is. Like, literally, it has so much stuff from Origins, it's not even funny. Like, it has the Origins Pack-a-Punch. It has the Return of the Panzer Soldat, even if changed a little bit. I mean, elemental wonder weapons. Like, I won't lie. They did kind of combine. They combined Storm and Wind, and then made a crappier version of Wind out of Wolf. And then what they did with that, and then they made Fire out of Rune. I mean, like, sure, you have Void, which kind of is its own, which you don't have an ice item. But still, it kind of is a clone when you think about it. Like, seriously though. But still, everyone that agrees with me with the fact that Horizon Rock is kind of a copy of Origins, just say if you agree or disagree down in the comments below. And Hazmat, I know you watch my channel. I don't want to hear any of your BS in the comments. Because after that argument, we're both a little pissed at each other. I've been pissed at him for a while because anyone who's watched the recent TF2 series I've been posting, everyone knows that Hazmat when it comes to TF2 is a cunt. Like, you know that someone's an asshole when their main is a scunt. You know it. I might not play TF2 online much, but when I do, I can find myself some good specimens, and he's the definition of a scunt. He's got a laughing taunt. He has a crap ton of cosmetics. And also he mains with the Force of Nature. The only reason I literally use it is just because it's the only thing besides the basic scattergun I have. Oh. You know, I'm actually going to end this right here. So think about it. Like, let me go upstairs and sleep or pastime or something for a second. I'm going to end it here. There we are. We saved. So, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. But also, keep an eye out for new videos. Things are going to be slowing down since I'm going back to school now, but don't worry, it'll pick back up soon. Don't worry, I got it. I'm not an idiot. Okay, well, bye.